Hello there. Well, as I promised, I'm here for my first series in the Farmer Bob's Almanac, as I told you I'd do. And we got a lot of fun things we're planning for this show here. We're going to answer your farming questions. We're going to delve into some chicken raising facts, and maybe we'll even get to a live call-in session. But I think what I should start with, I want to thank everybody for being here. Let me just check and see how many people we actually do. Oh, excuse me. This is, if you recall my last video, that doggone chicken done pecked my eye right out. And I done seen the doctor, and the doctor said, yeah, it's been pecked right out there. So I'll have to wear this till I get my glass eye. Now, those chickens will do that. I'm not angry or nothing like that there. Well, let me just check and see how many visitors we got. There ain't any yet, but I'm sure they're probably just finishing up their supper and gonna be here directly. So let me get started first. I wanted to introduce you all to my technical engineer, who is actually on the sidelines making sure this broadcast here goes wonderfully. Let me bring her in. Her name is Pepperoni. Come here, girl, Pepperoni. Come say hi to people. There you go. So, what we got here is, this is my technical advisor. See right over here, girl, look at that thing right there. Okay, yeah, sure. What's that? Oh, sure. No, you can't go potty now, but what's that? Oh, okay. See over. What can I say? I'm going to need you to clean up the audio on this just a tad bit there. Look up there. See that? See that thing there? Look at that, Pepper. Watch that right there. See? Up there. Okay. Okay. All right. So, can you have anything to say to our audience at all? No. Okay. Well, then, I guess I best put you back to work. Off you go, then. Have a good time. Just make sure that audio stays coming in there good there. Would you please, here? That'd be great. Well, so what I do in this farming special is I talk about chickens now and growing crops and stuff that's important like that. And a number of you have given me your questions beforehand so I could be prepared and answer a few of those for you. So let's jump right on in to the question and answer session. All you folks online here that, well, there still ain't anybody there, but trust me, they's coming. You know, they just out there eating their dinner. They'll be here in just 2 seconds. You know, we farm type, we aren't always on time, but we's always there. Okay, so let me just delve right in here. Marv from Tuscaloosa writes in and says, hi, we is having problems with blossom end rot on our zucchinis. If anyone has a recommendation to rid this problem, we would greatly appreciate it. Well, I'm glad you asked that question, because zucchinis, they can be the darndest things. You know, they start growing them pretty yellow flowers like that, and they come on, but then they start to rot. And you know what a big symptom of that is? Now, the experts will tell you that maybe by irregular watering, or something like that, you can cause these blossomings to rot like that. But that's a lot of hard fiddle there. Irregular watering. Now, well, maybe, I don't know, but what I've experienced, let me just share with you my vast knowledge of what I've experienced. So whenever I've had a little bit of that rot on there, it's usually because the zucchinis themselves have been watching and listening to some bad music or something like that there. And what I find helps a ton is I take one of them transistor radios and I put it right next to the flowers there. And by turning on something like a Beethoven or something like that, maybe a Mozart or some other classical music, I can get them their zucchini flowers to just blossom. So, first try the watering thing, sure, if you ain't got your watering system. Now, let me give you a tip on that. What I do in my garden, because I'm basically a lazy old fool, I like to put my garden on what you call a drip system. So I got these little long lines that go all the way up yonder past the crop line there. And the fall of the crops, and I just have a pre-programmed thing there that tells them when to water and when not to water, and so they get the same amount of water every day at the same period every time. And I can tell you, I've already got zucchini coming on right now, and they're about yay big. So I think there may be something to that irregular watering, but you also maybe want to check the music situation on your plants. Make sure they're listening to good classical music too. Well, let's see if we can take another question here. I see we've got a few people joined there. Hey, Alan and Tim, how you doing there? To catch you up, you're just a wee bit late. I know you was probably having your supper or something like that. I totally understand. But we answered the first question, which was, why is my zucchini, the flowers on in there things, they starting to rot? And I think we pretty much came up with the answer that, it could be due to irregular watering, but my feeling is that's probably classical music you're not letting them listen to. So get yourself some Mozart, some Chapin, and some of that there Beethoven, and get in there and let them really listen to that good music. And I think you see a real benefit there. Okay, so we're going to move right on to the next question here. Oh, yeah, Joy Jennifer from Scranton, New York calls, and this is a chicken question. She wants to know, at what age can you expect your chickens to begin laying eggs? Well, that's a real good question there, Jen. And, I am an expert farmer. I've been so for, I don't know. I've been farming for nigh on 25 minutes now. And so I pretty much know it all. And so when you got your chickens, these just wee things like this, and then when they starts to growing, you got to be sure that a good way to tell if they's about to lay is you watch the little red on their head there. Because, right now it's kind of a pale pink color. But if that crop and that little giggle, whatever you think there, starts to turn a bright red, you know they's in the mood to lay some eggs. So I think it's important. That's what you watch for. Now, generally, that's going to happen after they's about 10 or 11 months old. Really not much before then. I hope that answers the question. Another chicken question. This comes from Mel out of Scottsdale, Florida. And he asks, how can you tell if your new chick you just done spent money on is going to be a he or a she. Just for your clarification out there, folk. A she is called a pullet. That's a P-U-L-L-I, it. And that's what them there's called. Well, you know, that's a great question. And I found out with my chickens that there ain't no way to tell. I was going to be straight up with you. There ain't no way to tell. Here's how you tell. When you hear them making a loud sound, like something like that there, I think you can pretty much reckon that ain't going to be no egg-laying hen. And of course, then, if you're clear to have them there roosters, there's no problem. But I'll tell you what. Let me tell you a story what you don't want to do, okay? Because this is a traumatic story that did happen to me, and I learned the hard way. I had a chicken that I had to put down. Wasn't laying eggs, fighting with other chickens. It was, she was on death row. Well, I got myself a 10 piece of tin. I done folded it into like a funnel shape, you see? And what you do, you put the chicken upside down in there and you pull the head down through the bottom there, and then you take an old axe and whack. Well, it saves the chicken a lot of pain and suffering, and it's humane. But I learned the hard way. You don't want to do that if you got like 10 or 20 chickens sitting there watching you. Well, I wasn't watching where my chickens were, quite frankly. I was getting that hen there ready to meet its maker. So I put it on in that thing there, and I pull down that head, and I get the axe ready, and I give it a whack, and that missed it the first time. I got like halfway through, and there was a guy squiggling. Ooh, that was kind of a messy thing. And so I hit it again, give another whack, and off came that head, and it was done. And I turned around, and if I'll be darned, if I didn't see 20 wide-eyed chickens looking at me like, boo! I felt like I was conducting some type of an execution in a public thing there. Well, I don't know why, but those chickens wouldn't come near me for near on 3 months. That's a true story right there. Well, they finally came to, they came around after about 6 months, started laying eggs again. But my caution to you is if you got chickens, don't do that. Make sure they're out in the yard if you're going to be butchering any of them. Learned that the hard way. Okay, let's move on and get another question going on here. Oh, yeah, mulch. How much mulch should you add when you're putting your garden in? Mulch. Mulch. Why does that sound familiar? Mulch. I guess you put enough on to cover the plants there and then wait till they growed up. That's why I don't use mulch myself. Mulch is for mulchers, and I'm not really a mulcher. But I guess, a good thing to do, what I like to do is before I start growing my crops, is I put all the mulch in there and I get a big rototiller and I rototill that thing up and I make sure all that mulch is all ground up on in there. And that's the best way it works, to be honest with you. Okay. I'm saying and if you have any questions out there, well, y'all just feel free to just kind of, here's a good question for me right down here. Farmer Bob, why are you such a picking idiot? Well, I guess some folks got these opinions. Well, of course, there's a way to get you off this feed. I'm not rattled. I'm always this way. Well, I'll say, if you have any questions, though, you just throw them on there. I'm going to probably ignore those kind of questions, so just be aware now. You're going to call me an idiot. I'm already aware of that. I get that from my missus every weekend. Oh, is she around? Oh. Okay, well, let me reintroduce you to someone. Come here, girl. This is my production engineer, just so you know our staff and who is involved. Come on, girl, come on. Oh, he's a little shy. This is Pepper. She's our production engineer. She does all of our heavy lifting when it comes to sound engineer problems. I don't understand all that. Isn't that right, girl? Give him a big one. You say, hey. Oh, sure. Oh, sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What's that? Okay, off you go. Thanks for coming by. All righty. She also is my herding dog, too. So, you know, quite often my chickens, I sometimes let them get out in the garden. And let me tell you something about chickens. If you're raising them, you might have an inkling to let them go run through your yard. Well, that ain't a good idea. I'll tell you why. They'll kill everything out there. They got this tendency, they want to dig. They look like a bull raring to go for a bullfight. They's a digging. And I'll tell you, they killed 3 or 4 of my plants out there. And the only way you can get them back in there is you got a good dog like Pepper there. She can round them up. Don't try to do that with a Chihuahua because they ain't going to work. Great Dane might be a little bit of an overkill. So, well, someone says Pirate Cowboy Bob. Al, I'm afraid you're a little bit off there. I told the other viewers a story about this. I was out feeding my chickens, and one of my chickens, I don't give them names, you know, they're like Chicken McNugget 1 and Chicken McNugget 2. I don't give them names. But when I was bending down there, and she, darn it, didn't peck my eye right out. I'll tell you, I was a bit miffed. But I've been seeing the doctor, and he's going to give me a glass eye or some such thing, and I'll be right as rain here in no time. So, ain't no worry about that. I just learned you don't bend over when chickens is around because he's a vengeful lot. Okay, so, where was I? What was I talking about? Okay, garden issues and raising chickens. So, yeah, it's a good idea. You know, if you're going to let your chickens out, you might want to be out there and supervising them because they just run amok. I'll tell you, I mean, it's nice to have them be free range and all, but I don't want them killing everything. Now, if you got yourself a garden, trust me, them chickens is going to make lay waste to it in no time. So, there you go. How do I get my chickens? This is another question coming in. I see this is from Pam Silva, and I don't know where she's from. Y'all put in where you're from on there, would you please, so I can say where it is I know you're coming from. That way I can direct the comments to your specific geography. So anyway, she asks about the chickens there. How do I get my chickens to lay eggs throughout the winter? Well, you know, that's a good question. One thing you've got to understand is chickens only got so many eggs in them. I mean, the good Lord made them a chicken, and He made them so they could lay just a certain number of eggs. And no matter what you try to do, they ain't going to lay more eggs than they got inside them. And chickens, typically in the winter, when it's dark, they ain't going to be laying eggs. Now, you can artificially stimulate that environment by putting some kind of light out there 24/7 to simulate day so they lay more eggs. But my experience has been on doing that you done wear that chicken out far past its prime, and your chicken may only get a year or two of laying eggs out of it. Now, I got chickens out there that been, how long have I been doing this? 4 or 5 years, and they're still laying eggs. So, and it will slow down. Initially, they start, usually you can expect to get an egg a day from a good, healthy chicken. And you got your different breeds of chicken, of course. And what I've found is that I'm quite partial to what they call Australorps. I thought Australor. And I'm quite partial to them there because they seem to lay them eggs even when it's ice cold outside or where it's blistering heat. They're just pretty consistent right on laying them eggs. I'll tell you what I won't get myself again is one of them Rhode Island Reds. Them's no good at all. They just good at fighting and not much else. That's about it. Well, let's see. I don't see too many questions in there. Well, so what I believe he's going to do, because we've only got us another 5 minutes left in the program here, we're going to move right on to the call-in section. So you guys callers out there, why don't you all just get ready and call in with your questions there. Let's see if I can work this doohickey. Pepper, could you work them lines for me, please? All righty, let's see here. All right. If I can get this contraption working, I'll be good as rain here hot. There we go. Let me see. Well, I'll just wait for all those calls to come rolling in. Because, you know, I'm a popular cuss. I mean, I'm looking right now. I've got almost 5 people looking at me. Imagine that. People I don't even know. Some of them probably work for the FBI, I suspect. Well, here's the first caller. Let's take a listen to this caller here. This is Bob, Farmer Bob. Yeah, that's me. I'm here.
You know who this is.
Who is this?
Wheelbarrow back.
What? Wheelbarrow?
When are you gonna give me that back?
Is this...
Almost 4
Excuse
weeks.
me. Mom, get off the phone. I'm having a show here. Sorry about that, folks. That was my mom. Tell her not to call in during my shows, but they don't listen much. Let's try another caller, shall we here? Oh, you're on the air.
Hey, Bob.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting me call in, dude.
No problem.
I got a chicken question for you.
Oh.
I'm hoping you can answer it because it's like really bugging me out, man.
Okay. Here's a chicken question. What is it?
Anyway, it's like I got this one chicken, like he's like totally white, you know what I mean? He's like got white and red.
Mm-hmm.
And every time he goes out in the yard where all the other chickens are, like, he just gets real aggressive.
Uh-huh.
And, dude, he's like totally mashing it with all the other chickens. I gotta know what to do.
Oh, yeah. All right, well, let me answer that for you, my friend. And you might want to back off on the bud a little bit there. Anyways, what you do when you got yourself an aggressive chicken, what he's trying to do is he's trying to, establish himself as the big chicken on top of everybody else. And so sometimes you just can't have that in a good chicken community. And he'll be pecking on the backs of other chickens, and she'll be flying on top of them, and she'll be chasing them off so they can't eat. And I got a simple solution for that. It's foolproof, really. What you want to do is you want to grab that chicken quickly by the neck, and you're going to run right over there, and you want to twist it like 1, 2, 3, and then go like that, like you're doing a lasso. And that head should just pop right off there. And then I don't think you'll have a problem with that chicken anymore. I think that pretty much will do the trick. Well, I can see I've got to go. We're going to try and field all your questions for next week just as well, but I do appreciate you tuning in to the Farmer Bob Almanac. And next week, we're going to tell you a few things about what you can expect for the upcoming harvest season. And hopefully we'll have a few more callers giving us a few more questions. As always, if you want to leave your questions for me, you can go to my YouTube channel at Farmer Bob's Almanac, and just go ahead and subscribe to that there, and that'll allow you to kind of put your questions right on in there, and I can do some research on it and get back to you the following week with a real good answer. So this has been a good time, and I want to thank everybody there for joining me. We got Mr. Detector, and that's the guy I think works for the IRS. I think he might be after me on something. We got Tim Terry joined, and I know he's a farmer because I've been watching his blogs. I know we got all kinds of crops going on there. Mr. Alan Calvert, I've been up there. He's in Vegas. They don't do no farming up there. They do a little farming of bats, maybe, and some iguana. I think he has a few, but not much more than that. I can tell you that right now. Lord, thanks for joining. Jennifer, Tanya, hey, good to see ya. Is that the Tanya I knew when I was way back a youngster? No bigger than knee-high to grasshopper, I believe. I probably type a 1 in there if you know me. Type a 2 in there if you wish you didn't know me. Put a 3 in there if you wish you'd never tune into this show. Okay, well, anyway, that's enough silliness for today. We'll get your questions answered next week, and y'all have a great night, and thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye now. Ta-ta!